I'm nearsighted. And I can't tell if my camera's focus is on me or not, so I had to put the glasses on to see. I look at my LCD screen right now, and it is a nice blob. So anyway, this is my inaugural video from Ireland. I got here 3 weeks ago, and I was supposed to get there at the end of May. I was supposed to get here at the end of May, but I had some difficulty during my first attempt because, well, it's a long story, but essentially I got refused from the country. I originally flew into Heathrow Airport, which is in London, and I had only gotten an hour of sleep in 48 hours, not in 24 hours. I'd only gotten an hour of sleep in 48 hours, and since I have severe flight anxiety, I decided to take Xanax to calm my nerves. Now, I don't know if you know me very well, but I am definitely an advocate of natural stuff, and I don't really take prescription medication for anything unless it's just like a bad sickness like strep throat or something like that. Not for any long-term behavioral reasons, but I decided to take Xanax because I had severe flight anxiety. And so yeah, I had 3 Xanaxes and an hour of sleep, and I told the immigration officer that I was planning on moving to Ireland permanently, which is not the case at all. I didn't go out and tell her that. It was more of she asked me why I was staying in Ireland for 3 months, and I told her that I was planning on moving. And she asked if I was moving permanently, and I really thought that she wanted me to say yes, so I did. And after that, she asked a lot more questions, and then I was put in this waiting area, and then I was taken back to a detention room where I was detained for 3 hours, and then I was told that I could not, in fact, get entry into Ireland, and I had to take the earliest flight back to Texas. So it was pretty bad, and I have flight anxiety, right? So they couldn't find a direct flight back to Houston until the morning, and so I had to fly to Washington, D.C., and then to Houston. But because of bad weather, we had to divert the plane to Richmond, Virginia. So I had 2 international flights and 2 domestic flights within the span of 36 hours. And I was exhausted, and I was terrified, and it was really bad. And to top it all off, my grandma had come with me. So she had gotten gypped out of a vacation, which was really sad. And I actually didn't know if I was going to be able to see her before I was before I went on the plane back to Houston, because they wouldn't let me see her. They wouldn't even let me talk to her, so I couldn't see her for like 3.5 hours. And then finally, when I was going onto the plane, I saw her at the desk talking to a flight attendant, so that was really good. But fortunately, we got everything taken care of, and I got all the documentation necessary for returning to Ireland, like a letter from my employer saying that he was holding my position for me for when I come back, and that, I just that I had a life to come back to, which I do. My whole family lives in Texas, practically, and other parts of the US, but most of my family lives in Texas. So, and the past a week, what am I trying to say? 3 weeks ago, my grandma was able to come to Ireland after all, so that was good. We went to see Dublin, and we went to see the Cliffs of Moher, and we went to the Blarney Castle, where my grandma kissed the Blarney Stone, and she's really proud of that because she couldn't stop talking about it. It was really cute. She just kept on saying, "Yeah, I climbed all those stairs. It was amazing." And she just kept on telling us. I was like, "Grandma, it's okay. We were there. We saw." But it was really cool. We saw the Ring of Kerry, which is like this peninsula on the west coast. So you see the Atlantic Ocean. It was really surreal because I just kept on thinking, yeah, if you fly 7 hours that way, I'll be in America again. We saw Newgrange, well, my grandma did. And I discovered on these during the time that my grandma was with me, that I do not really like tour buses very much. Short distance, they're okay, but the day that we went to Cliffs of Moher, we also went to like 5 or 6 other places, and I could not even concentrate on where we were because I was so car sick. It was really bad. So, yeah, I'm used to driving in my own car, having my own way of doing things, and traveling on my time. So it was definitely a learning curve for me. But my grandma stayed for 2 weeks, and the last week I have just been trying to adjust to real life while being here in Ireland. There are a lot of things to get used to. Probably the saddest one for me, and this really shows that I've got first world problems. I can't take baths anymore, and I love taking baths. It's just this, I love taking baths. And if you've seen some of my videos, you probably know that I really love taking baths, and I can't really take them anymore because our heater is really messed up. I tried to take a bath like the first day that I was here after the long flight, and turns out it got warm for like 3 or 4 inches of water, and then it just got really cold. I couldn't even wash my hair. Well, I had to in the cold water, which was really sad. I'm getting used to taking buses and walking everywhere I go, which I thought was going to be really hard to adjust to, and it is hard to adjust to. I mean, it takes a little bit of getting used to for sure, because you have to wait on the bus, and, basically schedule your time around when the bus will arrive, but they have a lot of handy apps for that. So, I recorded this like half an hour ago, and I recorded my whole spiel, so I hope that I'm not leaving anything out. It's hard when you have to redo something because you can't remember what you've said and what you haven't said. I'm currently shacking up with my boyfriend. Just for the next few months. I don't really know how long I'm gonna be able to stay here in Ireland because of the whole getting refused entry initially. So I just have to be careful, and I don't want to break any laws or do anything that I'm not supposed to do, like stay longer than a visitor is allowed to stay, which is a maximum of 6 months. I found out from the immigrations officer. So unless there is a change in my life, like um, as far as things between me and my boyfriend, it really just depends on how long I'm going to stay here. But I'm definitely going to be here until August. So, yeah, it's definitely been a weird time because I'm making dinners every night, and when I used to live at my dad's, I never really made dinners because the kitchen wasn't really my own, and I was hanging out with people at night and spending time with friends at night and making videos at night, so I didn't really make dinners. But now I'm getting used to this domestic life. It's strange because, oh my gosh, I've just been grocery shopping because there's so many things that we don't have, and I'm trying to get used to the grocery stores in Ireland, and there's just a lot of things that I need. All of my things, with the exception of 2 suitcases of things that I brought here, all of my things are still being shipped over here, so they're on their way. I think they should get here in about a week, but I don't have my normal containers or any bath stuff. Of course, that's moot since I don't really get to take baths anymore. Anyway, it's a lot to get used to, but the country really is beautiful, and I'd really like to, I don't know, do like a travel agent roleplay soon, because I've got all these pamphlets that I've been collecting all across Ireland. So even though I'm not as knowledgeable as I want to be yet, I think that I'll be able to whip up something really cool. And I've also got, actual itineraries from travel agencies that put together a trip to Ireland. I kind of used that for my inspiration of where I wanted to take my grandma. So I've got all that, and now I'm just trying to figure out my new room. This is my room. Everything that you see back there. There is a window right here, right to the right of me, your left. So it's going to definitely take some adjustments because it's kind of loud. The only time that it's quiet is around 12:30 and 1 o'clock at night. But my room is kind of interesting. My boyfriend disassembled the bed that was here. Our apartment came fully furnished, which is really nice, but also strange because I'm definitely not used to that. So he disassembled the bed, and now the room is kind of like got a little divider in between it. But it's very interesting. And I'm still just trying to figure out, like what kind of like sound absorbing blankets I need. I've got 2 from Texas that are being shipped right now. But I hope that when I have that will get rid of some of the noise issues